My name is Kaz Nakano, working at Toshiba more than 30 years, and I engage in this work for actually more than 15 years. So today I'd like to make a very overall introduction of SD technology and trend, and some portion not released yet, but only those person attending today can get some specific new technology information from our members. So the time is limited. I would like to close my presentation 15 minutes, and some portion, I especially focus to the IoT technology to be presented by Oscar of Bison in another 15 minutes. Okay. So anyhow, thank you for coming and join us. This very beneficial and very important opportunity for a new market like India, who could be adapting all those technology into our package, while those countries like Japan or US or European countries can never catch up all those new infrastructure that India is now targeting to to create up to year 2050. So this is a general agenda today. So overview, standard, what SDs and what SDs is targeting for in 10 years, and also the several new technologies like ISDIO transferjet. This is the close proximity contactless interfaces that SD already adapted. And finally, this portion will be presented by Oscar, how the IoT could be aligned with the new kind of small tiny SD card form factors. Right. So as the association is, this is the very basic, institutional function that almost all company has. So we have president, we have a chairman, we have a treasurer, we have an executive director, and board of directors, like almost all company has. So Brian is from Toshiba, and Yoshi from SanDisk, and Bolly from as well SanDisk, and Stan is from agent as employed executive director, and secretary Mr. Yamazaki from Track. So this is the institutional function that we have board of directors like these companies. We have 14 board of directors company. Some are US, some are Japan, and some Europe, but no Indian board members as of today, or we have never welcomed any Indian board members. So I hope new companies or a new challenging company could be adapted into our members, not standard or executive, but also can be upgraded to the board members who can direct this big function of big membership operated entity. So I'm from actually a marketing committee, and who is making the actual guidelines for SD logos implementations, or a public website that we have, or like a promotion and exhibition or seminars like we have today, like global workshop, we name it. And also the basic technology has been developed with our own members in this technical committee. So SDs has very many layers of functions or specifications in part 1 or part 2 file system, part 3 security, and EAA something. So very many application and physical and mechanical specification we have, and we have been developed. And compliance committee also having test tools and some field analytics for compliant devices or non-compliant devices, and report that the result to the board members or to the specific entity that regulate and check all those customs, import or export cases. Some incompliant devices or products is prohibited to be imported or exported sometimes. That kind of accidents sometimes happens. So we strongly recommend could be the real our members can use the formal SD logos as well. So the specific organization started in year 2000, so more than 15 years passed. And also we have welcoming and operating with around 900 company members. And the market share is already almost, got almost 100% mobile, media, so SD card or micro SD card. Actually, the 70% of all SD card is now used as a micro form factor. And remaining 30% is the normal. So the actual numbers of SD cards are more than around 1.3 billion pieces per year. And it is very stably shifting year by year. So we're expecting more new applications, not conventional uses like camera or videos or gaming, but we need more application challenge targeted in the Indian market for IoT applications. We will explain why this small form factor suit the IoT ecosystems later. Okay. So as I explained, these are 14 board members. And we have a monthly conference call or quarterly face-to-face meeting in the world. So these are board members. So each member has primary director or alternate. So it is very open and very reliable members board operating this entity 14, 15 years. So I'm from marketing committee and operating with management support members. Like today, we welcoming a lady from U.S., Miss Belinda Lucello. Yes, she has been with me almost 10 years. 11. Oh, sorry, more than 10 years. Sorry. So yes, global operations is well coordinated and supported, and we have several working groups for application development. I believe we need some IoT application working group. I'm under consideration, who could lead this new application market, establishment. Well, I don't have no specific scope or schedule as of today, but I want to go back and have some discussion how we can support the IoT market for India. So web, yes, we have a website, regions. We are welcoming Bamish as Indian local chair to support the Indian market development. Okay. So this is the technical committee, and we have two chairs. We say co-chairs. One is Yoshi from SanDisk, and another person is Mr. Noriya Sakamoto Toshiba. And main 4 working groups and several technical group is organized by those 2 guys. And test guideline is developed by Test Guideline YG. And under these 2 guys, application YG, we may need some IoT application YG to be established soon. And specification, this is the physical, mechanical, or ultra high speed, or upcoming low voltage, or we are under development of the facilities of London performance for adaptive storage for internal application or application boosters for new mobile applications. SanDisk guy will make introduction of this new technology today. Not released yet, but only this attendees can get this updated new specification later. So compliance committee, we have 2 chairs, both Japanese, Mr. Ohara and Ando Cannon. And we have a 2 evaluation and ad hoc teams or interoperability session and arrangement for actual product interactions and check on site. While not a lot of confidential events, but we have those events twice a year in Japan or in Taiwan. Mainly in these 2 countries are the venue that we're using. But we may have those opportunities when we have more members in India as well. Okay. So this is the basic license scheme of SD Association. We have 2 main entities to make this specification to be used. One is the SD Association, that it has SD Association's basic specification, or SD Association pictograph. I will explain this later. And SD3C LLC, the 3C means Toshiba, Panasonic, and SanDisk, who made this technology core specification. So SD is made of 1.0, year 2000, by these 3 companies. And as a core group specification, SD Association adapting new specifications. So it used to be like this, small specification, but now version 5, version 5.1 is under facilities preparation, and version 6 is now under scope. the very small core technology, developed 15 years ago is now like this size. So a little bit complicated comparing very original technology SD spec, but it is now version 6 and very many functions adapted. That's fine. So SDA and CCLC has their own license scheme and agreement that could be agreed with the new members. So SDA Association has a membership agreement that and also a license agreement for log SD pictographs. So SDA membership agreement could be agreed, and then all those members can join those specific meetings or member meetings. And SDCC LLC has a core IP of SD card. So they have some license another to be able to make the card production as a CLA card, SD card license agreement. And host device product manufacturers should make another agreement, SDA host ancillary product license agreement. A little bit complicated, but it's very easy. If you want to build the card, you should make these two agreements with SDA and one agreement is SD3C. And if you would like to make host device, you should make these two SDA licenses agreements and SD3C hardware license agreements. It's very simple. And the standard spec that I explained a little bit complicated these days, but base specification is here under the bottom line, physical layer specification, electric, mechanical, or new interface technology. And above, there's application getting more application layers. So we have host controller spec or extensions or file systems. It used to be EX5 or PC-based, Microsoft-oriented file system was used. But our new specification may consider new file systems or make it free. Otherwise, PC application only or new random performance or new application need another file systems like exe4 or F2F. So we may consider to be able to use other file systems as well. Okay. So a little bit complicated, but major is those blue boxes. So types, it is well known as standard card and micro SD. And 70% is now micro SD, and 30% or lower standard size. So functions, standard card memory, or non-memory but SD interface for I/O devices. It used to be like Bluetooth or camera. All those technologies now on the host side of the chip. So all those products disappeared and adapted into the host device of the chip, something. And the combo card is a new function that has another controller to be able to make wireless interactions with host device or other devices, like wireless or transfer jet. And Smart Micro SD is the new card which has a secure element inside for security guard. So today we will explain in detail the I/O function and IoT adaptation with this Smart Micro SD. So capacity-wise, SanDisk just announced 1 terabyte SD card in Photokina last month. I was there and I was so much surprised. So still market, the main size is around 32 or 64 gigabyte for movie applications. But maybe SD will be challenged to be used for our internal devices, storage devices, like SSDs. We are trying to make new technology adaptation like command queuing or cache command, like current eMMC type of very fast interface embedded memory has. So SD is progressing and make more challenges for high speed or high capacity, or even the wireless or security. UFS is the maximum speed is 570, but UHS-3 overwhelms the UFS performance. So we will release this new card specification in a year or two. So UFS is, expected new technology released by JEDEC, but SD weren't beaten. Okay. So SD card has several logos, and SD logo, not these days sold in the market, unfortunately. All memories now, the size is now shifting larger size. So it is now the major is HC up to 32 gigabyte, and XC is now starting the several makers promoting up from 64 gigabyte. As smart SD logos we have not so much popular, but we are prepared to be able to support the security function. IOs, yeah, we have, but IO is inside always, and easy to find the IO logo, unfortunately. So they like IO have the transfer jet or wireless, which has their own logos by themselves. So embedded SD, unfortunately, EMC technology is getting almost embedded, a type of memory by the cache or those commands fast, speed is very fast. So unfortunately, embedded SD has no market as of today. So pictographs, so many pictographs you see, like speed class or even bus interface, Roman numeric 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6. I don't know how many bus new marks may be coming, but it is now up to UHS 2. And a video speed class we just released this year, and this is the new mark V. And application short format pictograph is conventional technology having some security inside, but not marketed as of today. So smart pictograph for security we have, and wireless LAN pictograph we have, but unfortunately no specific wireless product other than Toshiba's. Some people may know the flasher. That is only the product using the wireless function inside the SD card. So this is some history. So a little bit busy. So you can take this, record and review with the brochure that you may have been distributed today. Okay. So I will introduce the new technology, the bus interface, the UHS-2. This is the very first interface that we have. Just in comparison with UHS-1, that current camera application is now implementing, and actually simply double the speed of the data transfer. So conventional UHS-1 versus UHS-2. So this is the new logo map. And maybe the market size of this UHS-2 is around currently 4% or 5% comparing UHS-1 product market. So data transfer speed is double. It's completed in 11 seconds, and it takes around 20 seconds. So the bus interface is actually, the double speed. The frequency is double. So very simple that is UHS-2. And UHS-3 will double the UHS-2. So we are in the preparation of UHS-3 mark. It is now 1 and, prepared 2, but under discussion of UHS-3 technology to overwhelm the UFS. Yes. So this is the interface of SDs, and the UHS-1 has several grade, and the product that is marketed is SDR104. This is option specification, but almost all card or host devices now supporting this 208 megahertz frequency products and cards. And UHS-2, it is now marketed mainly by this half-duplex type of 312 megabyte per sec. So this is a low voltage signal technology, and has very low noise for easier design than old conventional UHS-1 or an old CAD had. And UHS-3 is under preparation, not released yet, but actually double the performance of UHS-2. Maybe released in a year or two, formally. So it is now scheduled its release tentatively maybe next year, maybe early next year as a version 6. It is now version 5, and version 5.1 is under preparation for release. So I will introduce what is version 5.1 later. And this is the version 5.0. This is the video speed class for higher, data rate to be able to sequentially write up to 990 megabyte per second. So conventional speed classes are, supporting up to, 30 megabyte per second for targeted 4K or Full HD recording. But several companies like, Germany or even, US or Japan is under preparation to start broadcasting satellite bases sometimes. And, BS and testing and formal market is targeted 4K, 8K playback and recording in Tokyo Olympic. So year 2020 is a targeted market, time frame to be used this 30 megabyte per second or even 60 or 90 megabyte per second sequential write. So conventional speed classes like 10 or U1, we say, it is up to 10 megabyte per second targeting Full HD or some 4K lower resolutions. But large size, 50 inches or 60 inches, TV is now getting to be standard. So the resolution is getting higher and higher, and some people requesting and targeting more than 50, 60 inches with high resolutions than used to. So SDA is well prepared to be able to record these high bitrate and high resolution recording systems, and also have another function that to support the large file recording. So even this 8K or 4K can be recorded 8 channels at a time. So this is not only the single stream recording, but also has some capability to record 8 stream lines at a time. This is very new technology that SD did not used to have. So this is resolution, and our 8K is very huge, and this is actual almost the image, the size of the displays. So we are now using this HD size, 560 by 1400. This is the HD or Full HD format. But it is now shifting to this size, and the future, I don't know when it will be coming, but 8K UHD is almost 3 times higher, actually 8 times the the size is 8 times higher than current. So my house is very small, so I cannot buy this kind of huge displays. But like you in India or US or China, those company that can have big house, you can enjoy this kind of very, very high density and full size 4K or 8K streaming and even recording playback very near in the future. So this is the some introduction video of the 4K, 8K. So we released this new technology this February. So video speed class has this kind of wide range of sequential write performance in comparing other conventional ones. It's the same one, but the issue is not only this, but also the large file recording for drones or 360-degree recording, like those new high grade and high density and large file recording devices emerging. So video speed class, it's only released from SanDisk as of today, but several companies may follow this new video recording specification. So V6090 only support UHS-2. These 2 new ones. So down, like V30 or U30, V6 is supporting UHS-1. So much by recording the new keyword. The drones, action cameras, VR. So need several files like GPS data or dates or height, altitude, anything voices. So it could be recorded simultaneously up to 8 files. This is very basic SD technology that may be used for upcoming video recording devices. So endurance, durations. So high level is much reliable, not to, to avoid the, stacking the recording. Right. Okay, this is the history and a little bit future introduction of new SDs. So we are now here, 5.0, just released the video speed class this February, and we are under preparation to release this new 5.1 specification in a week or two. So this is a new application performance, we say class 1. This is a very new keyword to be released in a week or two from SDA Association for adaptable storage to support the applications directly from SD card to be enjoyed on mobile phones as an internal display. So adaptive storage device, some people say like Google's requesting that kind of media support to be used as the same component like embedded eMMC type of products. And we are in preparation by version 6 and next class. And me was, Sanders guy may introduce this in detail later, so I skip. But we are under preparation 6 and double the bus interface to overwhelm the UFS. So 6.0 maybe next Q1. We are targeting to release this new specification as well. Right? So keyword today. So Android M and so Google, requirement to be able to use SD card as same as internal storage device to be able to boot the application, download into the SD card directly or out from the SD card. So we say this new specification is application performance class to be able to integrate the random write and sequential write performance. So we will release this new specification in a week or two. So new high density flash technology, 3D NAND flash, we say. So video speed class is actually changing the its specification to be able to record the one block from conventional 4 megabyte to up to 512 megabyte for the base block size. So, and actually can use the block size theory. It is a little bit technical issue, but video speed class has completely different writing philosophy. And the UHS innovations, UHS 2 and 3, so and multi-file recording for large size files and faster integration for fast IOs and embedded storage devices. And the innovations is now also adapted to lower the operations with low voltage signaling interface. So current SD card has a 3.3 interface and low voltage signaling, which also can support 1.8, but SD Association will create new specification to be able to support 1.8 voltage products in the future. While the mobile devices is now integrating their battery support, but some are making some accidents and not able to bring that device into the airplane or even the ship. But yes, anyhow, the extension of the battery life is very important for mobile devices as well. So SD is now deciding and will introduce this low voltage capability in the version 6.0 as well. This is very important for IoT technology as well. And also the security applications. SD is very limited companies are using SD for secure payment. But actually, the market is now emerging in the world. So IoT requirement may be payment, security, or authentication, or protections. So new keyword for IoT exists here for protect the home, business, and automotives, or health, anything. SD card can protect your security. And the surveillance cameras, new technologies for endurance, for reliability. This is the NAND flash manufacturer's responsibility to integrate the NAND flash memory durations or those purposes. So my presentation final is the SDA jet, transfer jet. This is the close proximity technology. It has several functions and integration in the future. And currently, the transfer jet is located here. So fast data transfer with low, voltage, but unfortunately not so far distance. And Wi-Fi is located very far distance, and unfortunately not so high level of transmission ratio. And Jet is now targeting, this level actually here. They're here nowadays only, have 1 gigabyte, but they are targeting 10 gigabits, very fast, like 10 Gbps is, much faster than SD's, double the UHS-3. So SD is also watching this technology as a new interface in the future. So contactless SD card may be adapted with this transfer jet technology as well. We are watching their technology integrations. Sorry. So this is I/O. So already adapted into this SD specification. And the controller, they have two controllers inside. So one is the flash memory, NAND flash, and jet modules. And this we say integrate intelligent SDIO. And they have a capability to OBEX to transfer the data directly, or they have another scheduling mode to be able to use SD card as a bus storage device. So this kind of new interface is also established and capability to be used in the future. But unfortunately, the current bit rate is a little bit low to be used. So we are targeting next generation 10 Gbps technology to be developed. So that's why this is the basic SD technology introduction. And from next page, we introduce you why we are here today. Okay? Yes. So I will change the presenter from me to Oscar.
Thanks, Kaz. Oscar will go through the Smart Micro SD. Oscar Low comes from Phison Electronics in Taiwan. He's a product manager there, and his background is NAND flash memory systems integration. So together, after we are done with Oscar's session for this particular set of presentation, we'll open to questions, please. You have a question? Okay. We're open to a set of questions after Oscar finishes, and then we'll keep moving forward. Just to add to this, the way the seminar has been set up, we're talking about the technology and SDA initially. Then we're talking about market trends. Then we're talking about SD and why it's important to IoT. Mm-hmm. That's the third session. The fourth session talks about SDA interoperability and compliance. And finally, we'll talk about applications. So the whole process should give you a very good idea as to what SD technology means for you now and for IoT going forward in your application.